ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। द्यौ शान्तिः अन्तरिक्षं शान्तिः पृथिवी शान्तिः आपः शान्तिः औषधय शान्तिः वनस्पतय शान्तिः विश्वे देवा शान्तिः ब्रह्म शान्तिः सर्वं शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सामा शान्तिरेधि। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। तेजोसि तेजोमयि देहि वीर्यमसि वीर्यं मयि देहि बलमसि बलं मयि देहि ओजोसि ओजो मयि देहि मन्युरसि मन्युं मयि देहि सहोसि सहो मयि देहि। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। यथाग्निर्दाहिका शक्ति रामकृष्णे स्थिता हिया सर्वविद्यास्वरूपां तां शारदां प्रणमाम्यहम्। नमः श्रीयतिराजाय विवेकानन्दसूरये सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे। हरिः ॐ। So in every class, this will be the normal procedure. We will start with chanting these mantras, and every day sir will explain the meaning of one of these mantras, and it will go in a cyclic way. You explain the first, second, third, fourth, it ends again, you start from the first, like that it will go on. The more we discuss about these elevating ideas, the more our personality will flourish. So apart from good communication skills, we are interested that your personality also should be wonderful. So I hand it over to sir. But before that, I remind all the students one more thing. Whenever you interact with sir, while introducing yourself, just tell your name and the name of your school as well. Over to you, sir.
Pranam Maharaj, and thank you. So as this is going to be one of the most important feature of this particular class, that we will learn some wonderful mantras, powerful mantras, which define our existence, our interactions, our life, and existence beyond what we see or what we could see. So communication, as we all know, is to connect with the other. And here, when you chant this mantra, the other is the Almighty, the one who created all of us, the one who created the entire creation. It is a dialogue with him. Thakur is repeatedly telling, Sri Ramakrishna Thakur is repeatedly telling people that you must pray, because we are so much into the confusion of life. We must so much into all the kind of problems, turmoils, and disturbances that we need to have a light, have some kind of calmness, have a proper understanding of ourselves. And that is why prayer is needed. Upay, Thakur bolchen, upay hocche প্রার্থনা, একান্তে গিয়ে প্রার্থনা করা। আমি জানি তোমরা সকলেই প্রার্থনা করো, তোমরা সকলেই প্রার্থনা করো, কিন্তু কখন করো? যখন তোমাদের কোনো সমস্যায় পড়ো, যখন তোমরা কোনো বিপদে পড়ো, তখন প্রার্থনা করো। কিন্তু প্রার্থনা কিন্তু চাওয়া নয়। It is not that you are asking for something, because he already knows that what you want. If he is the Almighty, if he is omniscient, if he is all-knowing, then he knows what you also want. But you need to connect with him. You need to communicate with him. And these are the languages that you need to use to communicate with him. And if you are able to communicate with the cosmic truth, the absolute truth, the truth that the God that you say, and you all kind of could imagine what God could be, how big, how powerful, that God, if you want to get it connected to him, this is the way. This is the way you should do. So we have got a set of wonderful prayers which will establish you to your own self, as well as connect you to the Almighty. So today we will just look into the first prayer. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu. It's also written in Bangla, so you can see Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishawahai. Then you have Om Shanti, Shanti, and Shanti. Now, what is this mantra saying? Why should you kind of chant this mantra? You must know. Every time you do something, you must know the purpose of that effort that you are putting in. So whenever you are pursuing any subject or any game, or you are playing a particular game, or you are seeing a particular movie, or you are going somewhere, you must know the purpose. Suppose you are going to a birthday party. You must know the purpose. So, okay, I'm not going to a marriage party, I'm going to a birthday party. So you prepare accordingly. You are going to puja. So you will know that I'm going to a place where there is happening, a puja is happening. Worship it. So you know the purpose. When you know the purpose, you could prepare yourself accordingly. So you must always seek for the reason of doing anything that you do in life. Even if it is as frivolous as, cracking a joke. That why you are cracking that joke, you must have an idea. Otherwise, it falls flat. Otherwise, it is wrongly positioned. You crack a joke when you should not, when it is not appropriate. But joke is also important. You can joke. But when? You must know that. So this is something that we should always, this is a learning that we must have, that whenever we are doing something, we must know the purpose. So we are doing the prayer. We know why we are doing the prayer. I will tell you more stories about prayer told by great people like APJ Abdul Kalam, like Sri Aurobindo, like Swami Vivekananda, and Thakur, how repeatedly he's telling everyone to pray. I will tell you small stories also again and again, so that you know why we pray. Now, for this prayer, this prayer is saying you can read the translation. Can anyone read the translation for me? Anyone would like to read the translation for me? Anyone, please raise your hand. There's a translation you can see on the screen. Anyone would like to read that translation? Yes, students. Abir. Yes, Abir. Please, go ahead. Read the translation. Wait. Read the translation. Abir.
স্যার ইংলিশটাই রিড করবো শুধু?
হ্যাঁ, শুধু ইংরেজিটা রিড কর। Read the English part.
Okay, sir. May God protect us both, the teacher and the student, by revealing knowledge. May God protect us both by bestowing the result of knowledge. May we attain vigor together. May our study be vigorous and faithful. May we not hate each other.
This is, what is this, Abir? Once more, what is this?
May our study be vigorous and fruitful.
Fruitful, yes. May we not hate it. Thank you, Abir. Thank you for reading it so wonderfully. What is it saying? That may God protect us both. Now, who are these two people? The both? The teacher and the student. And how is he going to protect us? By showing us what is true knowledge, by revealing, by exposing, by making you see what is knowledge. Because we all are in the darkness of ignorance. We don't know the truth. We are all in a confusion. We don't know. As I told you, most of us don't know the purpose of different things that we do. Why do we eat? Have you asked this question? You eat such lovely food, but you never ask this question to yourself. And that is why you don't have a knowledge about this particular act of yours. Why do you chat with your friend? Why do you WhatsApp your friend? Why do you send an internet? Why do you kind of send a Facebook message to your friend? You don't know about these things. You do it. You do it like a machine. You do it like animals. But we are not animals. We are not machines. We are people with consciousness. We can discern things. We can kind of tell what is good, what is bad. So we must know what is true knowledge. And it is God which allows us to know this knowledge, to have this knowledge. And once we have this knowledge and wisdom, this darkness, this confusion, this illusion that we have is removed. Then what we are asking? Sahano bhunaktu. May God protect us both by bestowing the results of this knowledge. All this knowledge that you are getting, this knowledge has a result. When you get a graduation degree, when you get a master's degree, when you get a madhyamik degree or an ucha madhyamik degree, a secondary, higher secondary and your secondary degrees, when you get these degrees, don't you think you achieve something in your life and you have some value? People ask, what is your qualification? Qualification, it qualifies you. It tells about you, what you are. You are a graduate. You have completed your madhyamik. You have completed your... So all this knowledge that you are also having now in your school is also something that God is allowing you. And that result is always wonderful. You score 99.5, you get a good university, you get a good college, you get to study with the best of the teachers, and then you become more knowledgeable, and then you serve the world in different capacities. And you also have a very luxurious life. You enjoy life. Luxury, I'm not talking about a kind of wasting different wealth, but I'm talking about using it for the right purpose. And what is the next? Tejasvina vadhitamastu. Tejasvina vadhitamastu. May we attain the vigor together, the energy. Last time I had told you, But now it is like very particularly, it has been mentioned here that you need vigor. And this vigor, may our study be vigorous and fruitful at the same time, means we must put in energy. Now look, student, you are all attending online classes, and there is a tendency that when you attend these classes, you lie down on your bed, or you kind of do something else, maybe chat on your mobile and keep your laptop on and attend the classes. Not maybe my classes, but some other classes you do it. What is it? That means you are not putting your energy into this work. You are not putting your vigor, and you will not get the fruit because you're not putting your energy. Your focus is not there. You are all distributed in so many things, and that is a wrong way. I'm telling you, student, even when we prepare for our classes, we try to kind of organize, as Maharaj said, that be well dressed. Why? It is not that you will look beautiful on the screen. It's not about that. It's your preparation. It gives you that impetus. It gives you that energy. It gives you that feeling that I am doing something very serious. And I'm putting my effort. I'm putting 1 hour. And I'm giving it to this teacher. I'm giving it to this particular institution. I must make the best out of it. I must. So this vigor is required. And when you have this vigor, then you get the fruit. Then only you get the fruit. And at the end we say, Ma vidvishavahi. May we not hate each other. Why hating? What happens is when you are actually acquiring knowledge, knowledge is very, very, as I told you last time also, that it keeps shifting. Your understanding of a particular thing might be totally different from mine, might be totally different from someone else in Shibpur school or any other school. These differences are appreciated. This is the plurality of knowledge. But for that difference, we should not hate each other. Oh no, that girl doesn't know anything. Oh, that boy doesn't. No. Sometimes we have a lot of ego. When we have wisdom, when we have knowledge, sometimes ego comes along with it. And we feel, he doesn't know anything. He's a lowly person. He should be hated. You start hating. And differences grow. You should not kind of encourage such differences. You should always encourage kind of community feeling, togetherness, and love each other. So this is the wonderful prayer. I hope you have understood. Just once more, Om Sahana Vavatu, Sahana Bhunaktu. Bhunaktu means eat, pushti, that is strengthening yourself. Saha Viryam Karva Vahai, Tejasvina Vadhitamastu, Ma Vidvisha Vahai. And then you say Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. 3 layers of Shantis. Adhi Bhautik, Adhi Daivik, and Adhyatmik. I will describe about this later. So I hope you've got some idea of prayer. Now we will go into something that we have been doing about communication. Now I would, if you can just to begin today's the particular course, I would like to ask some of you, what did we do? What did we cover? Can anyone tell me what are the things that we have already discussed? Just mention. You don't have to give the details. Like I'm seeing Payal raising her hand for a long time. Payal, what do you want to share, Payal? I'm so sorry. I thought that I will start with your, to find out what is your. Okay, Payal. Yes, Payal. Payal left. Okay, Akhi. Akhi, what have we done? Just a revision. Yes, Akhi. Akhi. Okay, Akhi, maybe her audio is not working. Orchita. Yes, Orchita.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Orchita. Just tell me what are the things, whatever you remember, like what have we done? What have you learned in the last couple of classes that we have done?
আমরা লাস্ট 2 দিন ক্লাসে আমরা কমিউনিকেশন নিয়ে পড়েছি। যেমন কমিউনিকেশন শুধুমাত্র দুজন মানুষের সাথে হয় না, কমিউনিকেশন নিজের সাথেও হয়। এবং একটা কমিউনিকেশন করার জন্য কি কি প্রয়োজন, একটা কমিউনিকেশনের মধ্যে অনেক কিছু হয়। দুজন মানুষকে বোঝা কিংবা নিজেকে বোঝা, সেটা সর্বপ্রথম প্রয়োজন। আর
ভেরি ইয়েস, আর কিছু বলবে অর্চিতা? ইয়েস
স্যার, এই কমিউনিকেশনটা প্রত্যেকটা কাজের জন্য খুবই প্রয়োজন। প্রত্যেকটা কাজের জন্য আমাদের শুধুমাত্র খেতে গেলেও আমাদের কমিউনিকেশন প্রয়োজন, যে আমরা কোন খাবারটা কখন খাবো। কমিউনিকেশন প্রত্যেকটা সেকেন্ডের জন্য প্রয়োজন।
Absolutely. আমাদের বেঁচে থাকার জন্যই communication. Very good. Wonderful, Orchita. That's great. Anyone else want to add something to what Orchita had said? Aki, you can continue. You are still there, Aki. Anyone else who want to add certain things that we have added? Essence of communication. A couple of things. Paulomi. Yes, Paulomi.
আমরা লাস্ট দুদিনের কমিউনিকেশনে আরো যেটা শিখেছি সেটা হচ্ছে আমাদের যে কথা বলবো, যে কিভাবে বলবো, অ্যাটিটিউড নিয়ে না, শান্তভাবে বা গভীরভাবে, বা কিভাবে বলবো, আমাদের মেন্টালিটিটা তখন কেমন আছে কমিউনিকেট করার সময় সেই সম্পর্কে বলবো। যে যাকে বলছি সে আমার কতটা গম্ভীর, মানে কতটা ধৈর্য ধরে বা কতটা মনোযোগ দিয়ে আমার কথাটা শুনছে, সেই সমস্ত কিছু বলা। বা শুধু যে আমাদের সামনাসামনি কথা বলা সেটা নয়, সোশ্যাল মিডিয়ার দ্বারা যে কমিউনিকেট করা, এগুলো আমরা লাস্ট দুদিন শিখেছি।
আচ্ছা, very good. Achha, anyone wants to add something? Otherwise, we will continue. Anyone with something that you would like to add? Okay. Okay. So, what we are going to do today is we are looking at something very, very important, and that is how Swami Vivekananda gave importance to language and what was his personal experience. I want to tell you because I know most of you are inspired by Swamiji's.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
স্যার সৌম বলছিলাম স্যার। হ্যাঁ স্যার, একটু ইন্টারাপ্ট করলাম। স্যার বলছিলাম যে যখন কোনো স্টুডেন্ট উঠে কোনো কিছু বলছে একটু বলবেন স্কুলের নামটা বলে যেন শুরু করে। প্রত্যেকটি বলছি স্টুডেন্ট না।
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
1 o'clock. Yes. Okay. So, thank you, Shomo. So, Orchita, which school are you from? You are from, I think.
Sir, Domdom Ananda Ashram Sharada Vidyapith.
Domdom. Yes, yes. Orchita, and I think the other girl was Payal. Payal, which school are you from? Okay, Payal didn't say anything. Anyway.
স্যার, আমি পৌলমি বলেছি।
Polomi, yes. Which
দমদম আনন্দ আশ্রম সারদা বিদ্যাপীঠ।
Domdom Ananda Ashram. Very good. Now, as you can see that Swami Vivekananda, we are all inspired. Now, how do we kind of meet Swami Vivekananda in our life in contemporary times? এই সময় স্বামী বিবেকানন্দের সঙ্গে আমাদের আলাপচারিতা বা পরিচয় কিভাবে হয়? কেউ বলতে পারবে? How is it happening? What is the process of getting introduced to Swami Vivekananda now? Like, how are you being introduced to Swami Vivekananda? Who can tell me? Yes. If you have raised your hand, you can. Aki again raised your hand. Anyone can just let me know that how do you meet Swami Vivekananda now, this time? How are you meeting Swami Vivekananda? What is the process? Shruti. Yes, Shruti. Shruti Ghoshal. Yes, Shruti.
হ্যালো স্যার, আমরা যদি এখন স্বামী বিবেকানন্দ সম্পর্কে মানে বলতে চাই, যদি ওনাকে আমাদের সঙ্গে একটু পরিচিত করাতে যাই, তাহলে আমরা এটা বলতে পারি যে আমাদের সমাজে মানে আমাদের এই সমাজ ব্যবস্থায় উনি শিক্ষার অগ্রগতির ক্ষেত্রে অনেক মানে গুরুত্বপূর্ণ ভূমিকা পালন করেছিলেন, যার মধ্যে দিয়ে আমরা স্বামী বিবেকানন্দকে মনে রেখেছি আজও। এবং এর পাশাপাশি নারী শিক্ষার অগ্রগতি এবং সমাজে নারীদের অবস্থানটা কি সেই বিষয়ে উনি।
Shruti, I understand that, but my question is, how do you know Swami Vivekananda? How do you know about Swami Vivekananda? What is the process? Yes, Sneha, right. You have written the right thing. I will talk, but let me hear Shruti. How do we know Swami Vivekananda? Bolo? Okay, we know Swami Vivekananda, as Sneha has said, through his books, his letters, and definitely with that we also imagine and we get introduced the same way as Sneha has said. Wonderful, Sneha. So you see, books are also medium of communication. Letters are very important of communication. You are communicating with Swamiji by his letters and by the kind of lectures that are kind of compiled in forms of books that he had spoken, that he had delivered to different groups of people in different geographies of this world, like all over the world, from America to Europe to Japan to different places in Asia and entire country, our own country, India. So you see, he had been going to all these places and he had been communicating with them through his lectures. And those lectures are now, we read it in books, and we find things about Swami Vivekananda. Now, what do we find? We find that his language is so strong. His language pierces you. When you, suppose you are, I have seen it myself. I'm depressed. I'm not feeling good. I don't want to do my daily work. I just pick up one of these lectures of Swami Vivekananda, Colombo to Almora. Anyone, read a couple of pages, not the entire lecture also. And I get enthused. I get the energy. I feel that, okay, no, I should not say I kind of feel depressed. I kind of get inspired. So every time you get an opportunity, I would definitely request you, you meet Swami Vivekananda. Go and kind of interact with Swami Vivekananda. As she was telling that I want to tell Swami Vivekananda, what is your idea of education? It is there. Go through his writings. He has already said that what kind of an education he is imagining for. And that is why this university that you, from where we are kind of conducting this class, this is Swamiji's vision. He only kind of, envisaged, he just thought what kind of an education we should offer to young people so that they can become strong, intelligent, courageous, visionary young people. We need these kind of people, and Swamiji thought on those lines. So if you read Swami Vivekananda's ideas on education, you will find all these elements there. The question that you have, আমি এই প্রশ্নটা স্বামীজিকে করব, উত্তরটা স্বামীজি অলরেডি দিয়ে দিয়েছে, তুমি তার চিঠি পড়ো এরপর। এবার স্বামীজির শিক্ষা, স্বামীজি এই স্তরে এলেন কি করে? মানুষ তো একটা ধাপে ধাপে ওঠে, through steps. Look at Swamiji's biography. If you get an opportunity to read his biography, you will see the first lessons on language, he got it from his mother. His mother taught him, basic Bangla. And his first book of English was by Pari Charan Sarkar. And there was one very important gentleman in his family, Nrisimha Datta. Now, Nrisimha Datta was his relative who actually helped him with his learning of languages. And he forced him to, or rather, he actually told him to learn the entire Sanskrit grammar that is Mugdha Bodha. So Mugdha Bodha was something that he learned in his childhood, and which was an instruction from his relative. Apart from that, Mr. Datto also helped Swamiji to learn portions of Ramayana and Mahabharata. Portions of Mahabharata, to learn it by heart, to go through it. So these were certain things which improved his language. And that is why when we listen to his speech, how his language became so strong, because of these trainings that he had in his childhood. So How to improve your communication, you can understand from Swamiji's life, that you have to read more. You have to learn. You have to learn Ramayana, you have to learn Mahabharata, you have to read these, and what wonderful stories they are, what kind of lessons that you can learn, even the languages. Similarly, you need to study a lot of English literature. If you really need to improve your English language, this lesson we get from Swamiji. Then when he actually grew up, he understood the importance of Sanskrit language, because he said that if you want to know the essential, that is the storehouse of wisdom that India has, it is our Vedas. But Vedas, the translation, English translation of Vedas, Bengali translation of Vedas are not sufficient. You must know them in original Sanskrit. And that is why our university is offering. So all of you will grow up, like within another 2-3 years, you will be completing your higher secondary. You will be, no, you are all in class 12, sorry. So within another couple of months, rather 6-7 months, you will be done with your higher secondary, and you will choose different subjects as your major for your graduation. In our university, we offer you Sanskrit language, and Sanskrit is so extensively taught, and within a kind of month, I've seen transformation in students here, how fluently they speak Sanskrit. And if you don't know Sanskrit, you will not be able to understand other Indian languages, because Sanskrit is the mother of all the languages. So not only to understand Vedas and Vedantas, like Upanishads and all, or our scriptures, or like great classical literature like Bhasa's writing, or Kalidasa's writing, or Bhavabhuti, if you want to read, or Aryabhat, scientists like Aryabhat, or Charaka, medical practitioner, if you want to know about them, you must learn this language. And we offer you, like here we can do PhD, MPhil, and you have great exposure to the Sanskrit as a language. I'm just telling you because Swamiji had insisted. And later on, when they were staying in Alambazar Mott, Boranagar with his colleagues, he started kind of studying Sanskrit in depth. All together, all the brothers, they together started, and they kind of borrowed the Panini's book, the Panini's grammar, which is the essential grammar that you must all know if you want to learn Sanskrit. And they did not have money, so they borrowed the book from Pramada Das Mitra. See, look at the earnestness, the desire. Now, all these students who are joining us today, like around 60 to 65 students, তোমাদের সবার মনে কি একটা পিপাসা আছে, আমি ইংরেজিটা এইভাবে শিখতে চাই, আমি ইংরেজিটা এইভাবে জানতে চাই। এই পিপাসাটা স্বামীজি বারবার বলছেন, ইউ মাস্ট হ্যাভ দিস থার্স্ট, এই চাহিদা, এই ব্যাকুলতাটা দরকার, এই লঙ্গিংটা দরকার। ঠাকুর অন্যান্য আধ্যাত্মিক দিকে বলছে লঙ্গিং, শুধু আধ্যাত্মিক লঙ্গিং না, তোমার এই লঙ্গিংটা তোমার সমস্ত কিছুতে দরকার। তো সেই লঙ্গিং থেকে তাদের কাছে পয়সা নেই, তখন শ্রী প্রমোদ দাস মিত্রর কাছ থেকে পানিনির ওই বইটি তিনি ধার নিয়ে পড়াশোনা করেন, সব গুরু ভ্রাতাদের নিয়ে তিনি পড়াশোনা করেন আলমবাজার মঠে, সংস্কৃত শেখেন। এবং তারপরে তুমি যদি লেকচার শোনো, প্রত্যেকটা লেকচার তুমি যদি শোনো, মানে আই মিন ইফ ইউ গেট দ্য অপরচুনিটি টু রিড কমপ্লিট ভলিউম, তুমি দেখবে কত কত কোটেশনস ফ্রম সো মেনি টেক্সটস। নিজে পড়ে সংস্কৃত শিখে এতটা আয়ত্ত করা সংস্কৃত, এটা সাধারণের কর্ম নয়। আমরা যদি তার কণামাত্র যদি পাই, সেটাও কিন্তু আমাদের ক্ষেত্রে অনেক, শুধু সংস্কৃত নয়, ইংরেজির ক্ষেত্রেও ইট ইজ অ্যাপ্লিকেবল। At the age of 36 বছর বয়স যখন, he is planning to learn a new language, and he writes to Josephine MacLeod that I want to learn French. Mrs. MacLeod কে বলছেন যে আমি ফ্রেঞ্চ শিখবো, and he had planned to go for this French exposition, ওখানে যাওয়ার প্ল্যানিং ছিল, এবং সেখানে গিয়ে তিনি প্ল্যান করেছিলেন যে he will speak in French language. যদিও তিনি বলেছিলেন যে I don't want to go into the grammar of the French language, I would just learn how to read and speak French. He wanted to do that. And he said, Josephine, you please teach me how to kind of speak French and what are the kind of nuances of this language. এই সূক্ষ্মাতি সূক্ষ্ম জিনিসগুলো তুমি আমাকে বলো। তিনি শিখতে শুরু করেন। তিনি সিস্টার নিবেদিতাকে এবং পরে সিস্টার ক্রিস্টিনকে, এদের সকলকে তিনি বলেন যে তোমাদের ইয়ে করতে, তোমরা আমাকে, আই এম জাস্ট গোয়িং টু লার্ন French language. So this, and he then kind of, you know, read many books in original French language, like Jules Bois' book. He was a great Egyptologist, wrote on Egyptian culture, Egyptian architecture, এইসবের উপরে লিখেছিল, এবং ওনার বই তিনি অরিজিনাল ফ্রেঞ্চ ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজে পড়েছেন। ভাবো 36 বছর বয়সে, তোমরা এখন কত কম বয়স, তিনি একটি নতুন ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ শিখে সেই ভাষায় তিনি একটি বই পড়ছেন, চিঠি লিখছেন ফরাসি ভাষায়। তো এই যে আমাদের যে শক্তি যেটা দরকার, এই যে বিশ্বাস যে আমি এখন কি হচ্ছে ক্লাস 12, অনেকে ভাবে ক্লাস 12 হয়ে গেছে এখন আবার নতুন করে ইংরেজি শিখবো। ইটস নট লাইক দ্যাট। ইউ ক্যান ডেফিনেটলি you can try to your best to acquire the magic of the language that we are learning. Okay, so Swamiji briefly tar tar je bhalobasha bhashar jonno এবং ভাষার উপর তার দখল, সেই দখলটা তুমি all the speeches, if you see, that was delivered during the Parliament of Religions in Chicago, most of them were pretty, you know, I would say longer speeches. Swamiji gave a small, brief, short, like a bomb, it blasted. Choto, kintu it was like a bomb. আজকাল তোমরা দেখবে যত ভালো ভালো মোবাইল ছোট, ভালো ভালো ল্যাপটপ ছোট, কারণ কি হচ্ছে এই ছোটর মধ্যে কত বৈচিত্র্য। সবচেয়ে বেশি আমি গতদিনও তোমাদের বলছিলাম যে কবিতা কেন আমাদের কাছে আরো বেশি হায়ার লিটারেচার। প্রোজ ডেফিনেটলি ইজ আ ভেরি ইন্টারেস্টিং লিটারেচার, কিন্তু প্রোজের চেয়েও ভালো লিটারেচার বা কোয়ালিটি লিটারেচার হচ্ছে কবিতা হচ্ছে আর একটু ওপরে। কেন? বিকজ অফ দিস প্রিসাইজনেস। ছোট কিন্তু অনেক কিছু তার মধ্যে ধরছে। আজকে যদি তোমাদের আমি বলি তোমরা একটা ব্যাগ কেনো, সবাই চাইবে একটা ছোট ব্যাগ কিন্তু অনেক কিছু তাতে ধরুক। হ্যাঁ, ছোট একটা স্লিং ব্যাগ আজকালকার মেয়েরা ছেলেরা সবাই ইউজ করে, এইরকম ব্যাগ, ছোট ব্যাগ। এই যে ছোট ব্যাগের অনেক ক্যাপাসিটি, এইটা হচ্ছে ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজেরও মজা, যেটাকে ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজে একটা শব্দ আছে ব্রেভিটি, প্রিসিশন, প্রিসাইজ, যেটুকু দরকার সেটুকু বলা, কিন্তু সেটা এমন ভাবে বলা যে সারা পৃথিবী নড়িয়ে দিতে পারে। বেস্ট এক্সাম্পল, আগামী 11ই সেপ্টেম্বর আসছে শিকাগো বক্তৃতা দিবস, ইউনিভার্সাল ব্রাদারহুড ডে, এই সেপ্টেম্বর মাসে তিনি দিয়েছিলেন। বেস্ট এক্সাম্পল, একটা ছোট বক্তৃতা কিভাবে সারা পৃথিবীকে নাড়িয়ে দিতে পারে, হাউ ইট ক্যান কাইন্ড অফ ইন্সপায়ার, evolve, involve all the kind of people, those who have encountered this speech, and till date we are, এবং সেই জন্য আমি তো স্পেশালি আমার ক্লাসে স্টুডেন্টসদের স্বামীজির এই বক্তৃতাটা পুরো মুখস্থ করতে বলি। তুমি শুধু ইংরেজি শিখবে না, you will also learn how he uses big thoughts and makes it concise and makes it very precise and delivers it. So that a bigger thought, shrunk into smaller sentences, into a smaller ideated form, and then it is delivered. That is the magic that you would learn from Swamiji's speeches. I will regularly kind of, later on, definitely take up some of his speeches and definitely tell you how well he communicated as an example. And another great example definitely is Thakur. His short speeches. Like, I will just tell you now one thing. Joto mot toto pot. You have all heard this. Bohubar shunecho. You will have philosophers, scholars, different literary persons writing volumes and volumes on this Catholic approach, this synthetic approach, this pluralism that Thakur is talking. One short sentence, crispy, sharp, intelligent. So Thakur is also a great communicator. These two examples I would often kind of, give you as an example so that you have a living example. It's not all in air. আমি যা বলছি সেগুলো শুধু হাওয়ায় স্যার বলে যাচ্ছে, এগুলো আদর্শ কথা, এগুলো কেউ করেনি, তা নয়। কমিউনিকেশনের চূড়ান্ত এক্সাম্পল এইসব বিভিন্ন জায়গা থেকে তোমাদের আমি বিভিন্ন সময় দিতে থাকবো। I will definitely do it. আজকে আমরা একটা ইন্টারেস্টিং গেম খেলবো। Are you ready for that? এটা হচ্ছে মেক আ ফেস মিনিং মেকিং। We will do this and are you all ready for it? Just raise your hand if you are ready. That's are you ready? Sneha is ready. Agnish is ready. Yes, all of us are ready. Okay. Thank you. All of you are ready for this game. Yes, Ankita. Thank you so much for this game. This game, what we will do, we will all kind of one by one, if you raise your hand, I will request you to open your video. You will open your video, and when I call your name, you will tell the name of your school, whichever school you belong to, and then you will show an expression on your face. It can be an expression.
একটা কথা বলবো?
Yes, অর্চিতা।
স্যার ভিডিওটা কি অন করতেই হবে?
একটু করলে ভালো, না হলে এই খেলাটা খেলা যাবে।
ঠিক আছে স্যার,
আমরা দেখছি, ঠিক আছে, don't worry. Okay, so what you have to do is, suppose আমি এক্সাম্পল নিচ্ছি, অর্চিতা হাত তুলেছে পার্টিসিপেট করার জন্য। সবাই নিজের হাতগুলোকে এবার ডিফিউজ করে দাও। এই যে সবাই হাত তুলেছিলে টু পার্টিসিপেট ইন দিস গেম, সবাই নিজের হাতগুলো রিমুভ করে দাও ফ্রম দ্য আইকন। হাতের ওখানে একবার ক্লিক করলে তোমার হাতটা রিমুভড হয়ে যাবে। ইয়েস, রিমুভ দ্য হ্যান্ডস। আখি, দিয়া, সবাই হাতগুলো রিমুভ করো। ইয়েস, ওই ক্লিক করো, হাতের উপর ক্লিক করলেই হাতটা চলে যাবে একবার। ইয়েস, ওকে, ভেরি গুড। আখি, also do the same. Okay, now the game is, you will switch on, যে রাজি হবে শুধু তাদের জন্যই ভিডিওটা খুলবে এবং সে একটা ফেস তৈরি করবে। It can be any kind of face, like যত রকমের মুখ বেঁকানো, মুখ ভাঙচানো, কিন্তু সেটা করে মুখটা ফ্রিজ করতে হবে। You have to freeze. Then I will ask others, what is that expression? What is this expression denoting? এই যে এক্সপ্রেশনটা দেখালো, সেই এক্সপ্রেশনটার মানে কি পৌঁছচ্ছে তোমার কাছে? একটা ফিজিক্যাল এক্সপ্রেশন, তুমি ভার্বালি সেটাকে কনস্ট্রাক্ট করে, and only English is allowed. Try. If you can't complete a sentence in English, start in English, then tell in Bangla. I don't have any problem, but you kind of work on it. But I would prefer English, but if you cannot, then try in English and then use a little bit of Bangla also. But we will gradually move towards it. Okay, so who is the first volunteer to make a face? Mukh banabar, making a face. Mukh bajar korte hobe, mukh bhangchate hobe, mukh onno rokom korte hobe. Ke hat tulche prothom? Acha, amra dekhi Sharanya, tarpore Orchita. আচ্ছা, শরণ্যা, তুমি তোমার ভিডিও অন করো। ইয়েস, শরণ্যা, ধরো, হোল্ড করো। হ্যাঁ, ওটা হোল্ড করে থাকো। আই হোপ অল অফ ইউ ক্যান সি শরণ্যা।
নো স্যার,
দেখতে পাচ্ছ না? আচ্ছা, দাঁড়াও, আমি শরণ্যাকে করি, পিন করি। এবার সবাই দেখতে পাচ্ছ শরণ্যাকে?
নো স্যার, ও একবার হয়তো অডিও অন করলে হয়তো আমরা দেখতে পাবো।
আচ্ছা, শরণ্যা, অডিও অন করো।
Sir, can I audible?
Yes,
Hello.
you are audible.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
expression please. Now can you see Archita?
Yes sir.
Okay, hold it Sharanya. Very good. Switch off your video. Okay. Now, tell me, what was that expression? Like, what did you understand from that expression of Sharanya? Who is going to say? Ke bolbe? Anakshmi. Yes, Anakshmi. Acha, Riddhita says she was sad. Anakshmi bolo.
She was thinking about something.
She was thinking. She was thoughtful. Okay. Vidisha.
She was confused about something.
She was confused, and there is someone who said she was bored. Agnish. Agnish.
Sir, I am also think that he was confused. She was confused.
Agnish, which school? Agnish, which school?
Sir, I am from Shipur SS Vidyalaya.
Shipur. Okay, please let me know your school's name. Sneha.
Sir.
Sneha.
Yes, sir. I think she was asking her mom something, and her mom refused to give her that. So
Okay,
she was sad.
She was sad, and mom refused. So there is a
Yes.
story behind it which you can find, and it was mom that she asked for. Dia says she was sad. Yes, Abir. Yes, Abir.
Sir, me, she don't know anything.
Oh, she doesn't know something, like she is unable to answer some questions. Okay,
yes, sir. Something was asking.
Sir,
Yes. Who is it?
she was confused how to express the expression.
Ashmita says she was mystified, and somebody says she was confused. Okay, lovely. Now let us get it from the horse's mouth. We'll get it from the horse's mouth. What was your real thought? Tell me.
Sir, I was confused about what to do.
Sharanya was confused. Okay, so it doesn't mean that you all are wrong. Now you can see the difference that happens. You know, sometimes we are unable, but definitely confusion was something that was there in Sharanya's mind. But there was a plethora, a myriad of, interpretation of one particular facial expression. Very good. Who is going to be the second volunteer? Urchita, you wanted to be the second volunteer? Urchita?
Yes, sir.
Please, Urchita. Yes, Urchita. Let me pin you. Wait. Urchita, make it different. Joto onnorakom kora jay. Besh interesting. As difficult as possible.
স্যার সব রকম করা যাবে তো?
এক রকম করে ধরে রাখতে হবে। Okay, just hold it. Yes, hold it. Very good. This is her image. All of you have seen it, and so now you will let me know what she is intent to convey. What she is communicating. Urchita, switch off your video. Thank you, Urchita. Okay, so now students, tell me, what do you understand? Okay, we will start with Anakshmi.
Sir, she is shocked.
She is shocked. Polomi.
Sir, এটা হবে she is shocked.
She is shocked. Okay, again common. Aki.
Sir,
Yes.
she was surprised.
She was surprised. Dear, and we have.
Sir, she was surprised.
Okay.
She was seeing something strangely.
Ankita says that she sees something that is strange, a strange vision. Okay, lovely. Ognish.
Yes, sir, I think she is shocked.
She is shocked. Abir.
Sir, she was astonished about anything.
She was astonished. Now look at these kind of synonyms that you are coming up with. Astonished, shocked, surprised, strange vision. All these are similar kind of words that you are using. Vidisha, tell me.
She was surprised.
She was surprised. Okay, Riddhita says she is shocked. Asmita has a wonderful interpretation. She says she was intentionally speechless and bewildered. Now look at this word, bewildered. Bewildered is something that is you are all shocked to a very high level. You are totally kind of, in a state of amazement. That is bewildered. A very good word used by Ashmita. He has done something, she has done something wrong. Dia says, okay, there is a story behind it. She was in wonder. Shreya, very good. Shivli says she has said something she didn't intend to. Oh, lovely. This is another good observation from Shivli, which says that she is actually guilty of saying something wrong and she is sorry for it, and she repents on it. Lovely. So, Aki, do you want to say anything? Aki? Okay. No. So you see how expressions, not only they are interpreting, you are kind of having a different kind of a feeling, but you are also like you are getting a different kind of a feeling. You are expressing it through different words. Strange feeling, bewilderment, surprised, shocked. All these words, they are nothing but synonyms. তুমি আলাদা করে সিনোনিমস মুখস্থ করবে সেটা দরকার নেই। এই দেখো এখানেই তোমরা সিনোনিমস কতগুলো শিখে যাচ্ছ। এইভাবে তুমি কিন্তু তুমি যখন লিখছো, তুমি যখন একটা কথা লিখছো, তখন তুমি একটা লেখার পর তুমি সেটাকে কাটতে পারো। আমরা যেটা করি না, একবার লেখা হয়ে গেল আর কাটাকাটি করব, নোংরা হয়ে যাবে। একজন ভালো লেখক কতবার কাটে। তোমরা সবাই রবীন্দ্রনাথের লেখা পাণ্ডুলিপি দেখবে, কত হিজিবিজি আঁকা, খড়ের খাতায় কত রকমের কাটাকুটি করা, সেই কাটাকুটিগুলো আবার এক একটা ছবি হয়ে যাচ্ছে, এত কাটাকুটি। So much of kind of removing and replacing and substituting of different words they are doing. So this is something that she was about to say about Rabindranath. Very good. So we know how Tagore kind of corrected himself. The play Rakta Karabi that we read now has been edited so many times. Only he himself edited it again and again and again and again. Editing is very important in communication, especially written communication. When I go to written communication, we'll be working on written communication. I will talk more about it. But remember it, editing, correcting yourself, using substitutes for different words, that is very important in communication. We must use it very, very effectively. Okay, the last one. We will have one more volunteer today, and then we will wrap up today's class. Boys and girls, there is one question. Shibpur and Damdam, these are the two schools that are participating today. Any new school?
No, sir.
Tell me, Ankita.
Yes, sir. We are from Srirampur Girls High School.
Srirampur Girls High School. Any other school apart from these three schools? Rupsha, which school?
Sir, Srirampur Girls High School.
Okay. Srirampur Girls High School we have written.
Yes, sir.
That is okay. Apart from Srirampur Girls High School, Domdom, Sharodashram and Shibpur School, any other school apart from these three schools? Any other school? Okay.
Sir,
no.
Shiti.
Yes, Shanchita. Shiti?
Shiti Ramakrishna Sangha Vidya Mandir for Girls.
Okay, Shri, once more, can you just repeat the name of the school?
Shiti Ramakrishna Sangha Vidya Mandir for Girls.
Okay, Shiti Ramakrishna Sangha Vidya Mandir for Girls. Very good, Shanchita. Thank you. So 4 schools, lovely. We have 4 schools today and such lovely students. But in the last one, who would like to, it's almost time. We will just see the face. We will talk only one word we will add to that expression. Any volunteer? Last volunteer? Agnish. Yes, we'll have a boy now. Yes, Agnish, fast. 1 minute we have. Agnish. Yes, Agnish, I can see you. And I've pinned you now. Agnish, your expression.
Sir, we can't see him.
I have pinned him.
Sir, we can't see.
Wait for
Sir, we can't see him.
Huh? Why? Yeah,
Ognish, please put your audio on.
Okay, switch your audio
Yeah,
on
I
and
am
see him.
already.
Can you see him now?
Yes, sir, we can see him now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, great. Okay, so Agnish, your expression. Now hold it, hold it. Keep your hand there on your chin. On your chin. Yes, hold it like that. Hold it. Fantastic, Agnish. Thank you so much. Please switch off your video. One word only. Fast, fast.
He is thinking about something.
Thinking.
He was thinking.
He was
Okay, one by one. No. If you
He was
girls, if you do say it all together, it will be a chaos. One by one. Sneha, one word.
He was thinking about something like Sherlock Holmes or Hercule Poirot.
Okay, Hercule Poirot, and what was the other name?
Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes. Okay, he was pretending to be Sherlock Holmes or Hercule Poirot. Follow me.
He is thinking.
He is thinking. Sharanya.
Clicking a stylish photo.
Clicking a lovely. This is a very interesting interpretation. Very good. Rupsa.
He is thinking.
He's thinking. Sharanya. You've already said. Shubharti.
He is thinking like Shottanneshi.
He is thinking like Shottanneshi Bomkesh. Okay, very good. Shonali.
He is thinking about something.
He is thinking about something. Anything different? If anybody
Observing the rainfall.
Observing the rainfall. Ankita. Abir.
Sir, he was imagining about something.
He was imagining. See, imagination, thinking. How are these words used? We are going to see all that. Okay. Sneha, last one. Sneha.
No, sir, I mistakenly raised the hand.
Thinking about, Shreya says, or just saw something outside. Ridita says he is daydreaming. Lovely, daydreaming. This is a new phrase, daydreaming. Overthinking, overtly thinking too much. He is gazing outside, pretense of a poetic eyes. Ashmita says that he is trying to have poetic eyes. Very good, lovely interpretation. Looking outside, he's seeing at something very carefully. Okay, so careful. So all these things that we are adding is actually helping us to improve our communication skills. Interesting. So I hope you enjoyed today's class. Thank you so much for being such wonderful students. We will meet in the next class again with some wonderful activity, and we will learn more of language and communication, the art of communication. I enjoyed your presence and your participation. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.